So I've been on MSC Magnifica for several cruises now. I think I'm on 4 or 5 that I have been here. And I wanted to share with you some things that, you know what, I'm just not thrilled with the MSC Magnifica. Now, these are going to be me nitpicking. Like, please do not hear me, nitpicking the Magnifica and think that, oh my God, I've got to cancel my cruise because of this. None of these things are going to be impactful enough for you to cancel your cruise, but they're just different things that I don't like. And I also made a video about what I do like here, and I got to balance that out with, some nitpicky things that really aren't that important at the end of the day, but they just annoy me some. So let's get into it. Hey everybody, it's Brandon the Weekend Cruiser, where I go on a weekend cruise just about every single weekend, and I made a list of the 10 things that just annoy me here on the MSC Magnifica. Again, none of these are huge. I'm not trying to make drama out of these, but wanted you to know what kind of annoys me when I come on the Magnifica. The first one is the chair situation. So if you're gonna be sitting by the pool, the Magnifica has the absolute worst chairs at sea. They only have one position. There's no adjustable height, and it's got this weird overhang that comes above you that I think is supposed to shade you, but most people never use it and can't even figure it out. The second type of chair that I don't like here is the one in the room, and I see this on some other cruise ships, and it bothers me on those cruise lines too. But here, there's only a stool underneath the desk in an interior room. At least I've not been here in anything but an interior yet, and it is just a stool. On my last 2 sailings, I've not even pulled it out. If I'm in my room, I am sitting on my bed. There is no real chair other than a stool and your bed. That is all you get. The third thing is also room related, and it is just the products in the bathroom aren't that great. They're not even good. So one thing that I use, I don't know if you can see my hair here, it's kind of gray. And for you all that know your gray hair, it is dry and it can be coarse. And so I need tons of conditioner for my hair, and they don't supply conditioner in the bathroom. You get shampoo and you get body wash. Those are your 2 options. So I need to bring my own conditioner, and even the shampoo and the shampoo and the body wash that they have, if I can get my words out, are not that great anyway. So I recommend if you're coming on MSC, make sure you are bringing your own toiletries on products that you're going to be using in the shower. The fourth thing is the gym, and I know this does not impact many of you. I'm probably one of the few people on a cruise that goes to a gym, but I personally love it. The gym here is just sad. Like, it's reminiscent of Empress of the Seas or Majesty of the Seas style gyms. Now, this is not a large cruise ship whatsoever. It comes in about 95,000 gross tons, so she is small, but the gym here is really, really small. They've got 1 bench, and the weights are in kilograms, which fine, I can figure that out, only go up to 22 kilograms, which is equivalent of about 50 pounds. They're also gonna have very limited machines, about 5 treadmills and about 5 ellipticals. That's it. There's also no spin bikes for spin classes here, so it is just really, really small. The fifth thing that bothers me about MSC Magnifica, and this is for the entire MSC fleet actually, is that their muster drill is really different. So on others, they use an app or something like that. Here, you have to watch a video in your stateroom. So you go to your stateroom, watch a video, and then you've got to call a certain number. Interestingly, everybody's trying to call the same number at the same time to check in that they have seen this safety briefing. That is the way that they're taking attendance and know that you did it. It overwhelms the lines here, and you gotta be patient with it. You gotta wait. And of course, everybody's like picking up the phone. I'm picking up the phone, doing it as quick as I can so that I can get it out of the way. The muster drill is super important so that the cruise ship can sail. But you gotta be patient and make sure that you hear somebody, like an operator, come on and say, you have been recorded. The second thing that you then have to do is you then have to go find your muster station, but you're doing it at the same exact time as everybody else. So everybody listens to the video, then you go to your muster station. So the stairways get really overcrowded. There's a lot of people walking around. There's a lot of people moving. It's not where on other cruise lines where you can kind of do it within several hours. You can only do it after you've watched the safety video, which doesn't start until they do the actual test. And the muster drill also shuts down everything on the ship. There is nothing that exists from the time that they start watching the video to the time that everybody checks in. There is nothing happening on the ship. I can't even get into the gym to work out. Even though I'm fully checked in, I've got to wait for everybody to go back to the muster because they close everything that is common. Nothing is open. The restaurant, the buffet, bars, gyms, everything is completely closed until the muster drill is complete, which can take an hour to an hour and a half. The sixth thing is your credit card. So when you are coming onto any cruise, it's a good practice to put a debit card or a credit card on file that you can use and charge up some expenses if you have any. If nothing else, your gratuities may be going there. here on MSC, they clear all of their transactions through Geneva. So it is based in Switzerland, and that's where they do all their merchant services from, is from Geneva, Switzerland. So if you are like me, you are a US resident using a US card, you're gonna pay a foreign transaction fee unless you have a debit card or credit card that is going to waive that. So just a fee that you need to know, especially if you're buying something really expensive, you're going to want to make sure that you're not being charged that percentage fee of a foreign transaction fee from your bank. The seventh thing here is me just really nitpicking is I don't like the color of the towels. The towels they give you, the beach towels, let me clarify, not the ones in the bathroom, but the beach towels that they give you from day one that are waiting for you in your stateroom are this burnt orange color. Anywhere else, they'd probably be fine. They probably would match the decor of some of you's houses really well. But when you see thousands of them littered on the chairs out on the MSC Marine Reserve, their Ocean Key, that is already beautiful, you see these massive orange towels everywhere, even by the pool deck, and they really stick out. You will not lose this towel. It is bright as all. But it's kind of an eyesore when you see them in the thousands of numbers just everywhere, over the beach, over the pool. I just wish that the color blended in with the natural scenery a little bit more. The eighth thing is, if you've not come to MSC, the ships here are going to be a little bit different. They're a different setup, different design, which I personally have grown to like. I like changing it up and kind of feeling lost on a ship every now and again and finding my way. But the thing here that I don't like, the signage telling me where I'm going. So they have the signs beside of the elevator that are going to say, hey, you're on this floor, you're on that floor. I can't tell what floor I'm on. I can see the number. I know I'm on like deck 12, let's say. But when I go to look at the map, it's really tough. You have to look at the arrows and kind of trace it. It's really tough to know where you're actually at on the ship and how to get around. The ninth thing that I don't like, and this isn't necessarily a small thing, this is actually a pretty big one, but their app, the MSC For Me app, is one of the worst apps that are out there. Like, it is constantly having bugs. I had to uninstall it, reinstall it. It doesn't give you tons of information. Not all the events can be added to your calendar to get notifications for it. It's just not very robust. I wish that it was built out a little bit more. I know that they're working on it, but right now, it's probably one of the worst cruise line apps that I've ever used. And the 10th thing that, isn't really a huge thing for me, but I know for a lot of you, especially if you're looking at coming on a weekend cruise on the Magnifica, is the drink packages are horribly confusing. They've got 4 or 5 options, depending on how you look at it, of drink packages that you can buy. Most of the time, you either buy the drink package or you don't buy the drink package. And so it can be really, really confusing. So make sure that you're checking out this next video here on all of the drink packages on MSC to know which one is going to be the right package for you to buy. All right, everybody, this is Brandon, the Weekend Cruiser. Hoping to see you on a weekend cruise soon.